Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here to do a video on the Backbone 1 controller. Of course, I'm going to be testing this on my iPhone, and I'll be showing you guys a little bit of how it works if you want to use it on other devices like a Mac or an iPad and stuff like that, which it does work with. Now, a lot of you guys probably know I've done controller reviews before. I actually had a Razer Kishi before this one that I was using on my iPhone and stuff, but it wasn't really practical because their app wasn't that great. As far as, you know, the app that they had to show you all your games and stuff, it wasn't fully developed out, didn't have a lot of extra features, and then on top of that, the main game that a lot of people play out there, of course, being Call of Duty Mobile, wasn't compatible with it, unless if you did that trick that I showed you guys in the video, which is connecting an Xbox controller first wirelessly, then turning this controller on, and who's obviously going to be on the road with an Xbox controller in their hand. That kind of defeats the purpose. So I didn't realize about this controller until a little bit ago. I should have realized about this controller a while ago that it existed, because this one does tout that it works with Call of Duty Mobile and every other game that works with controllers with no issues at all. So we shouldn't see any of the issues that we see all the time already with the Razer Kishi and stuff. So I'm excited to dive into this one. They do have an app on here as well that we're going to be taking a look at to see if it actually is fully functional compared to the other one, and see what this controller can do. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with the controller here. This is the box that the controller comes in, as you guys are looking at here. And you can see on the back it talks about how you can play any game, and it has its own app that you download and stuff like that. That's the way the controller looks like and all that. Obviously, I've already taken it out of the box, so we're just going to go ahead and look at the controller here. The controller feels really nice in your hand. It feels like a premium controller. It doesn't feel cheap in any way. The buttons themselves feel really good as well, as you can see here, with pressing all of the buttons and stuff. These feel good. And the controller actually came with a little adapter right here, as you can see as I pull this out. When I pull this out, this adapter was actually put in here because of the newer iPhones, the Pro models and stuff. They have like that large camera bump like mine does here. So it doesn't sit in the controller very well, so they made this new thing that comes in the box, and you just kind of just slide it in here just like that to put on the side. And then these new bigger phone models with the bigger camera bumps will actually fit in here. So you can see here all of the button layout, all of the controllers, how it all snaps in. Of course, it has a lightning port here on the side. And there is the back of the controller. It has the trigger buttons there on the back that feel really nice. It has the L1 and R1 there on the top. Analog 6 feels good, and all that. So how do we actually use this? So all we got to do, I have my iPhone right here. I'm just going to go ahead and unlock it. So the first thing you do is you actually put the phone into the left-hand side first, just like that. And you push against it like that, and you kind of pull the controller all the way open and slide the adapter right in there, just like that. My phone's going into game mode, and then you can go ahead and press this button here. This is what launches the app. So you can go ahead and launch right into here. But this is the app right here, as you guys are looking at. It's a really nicely made app. So actually, I think the app of this is actually what sells me on the whole Backbone experience with iOS, because I think it's a really premium made app. And of course, it's not completely free, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. So you would expect it to kind of be well made. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the features that come in here. So as soon as you open up the app, these are the games that I actually have installed on my phone that I've already played with the controller. So I have Asphalt 9, Horizon Chase 2, Call of Duty Mobile, Rocket League Sideswipe, and then Xbox Game Pass that's on here. And then it tells you if you don't see a game on here, if you click on this with a little face, it will just tell you if you have a game that you have on your phone that's not showing up on here, just go ahead and hit the button to go ahead and go back. And then you can view all your games from here and stuff like that. So that's the first tab that you have going on here. Each of them have really nice artwork on the back, which is really nice. Scrolling down, it shows you all the things that are popular that you have on there. All of the different games that a lot of people are playing on the service. Then you have advertisements for some of the games that are free, some of the games that they're featuring, some of the games that were recently added. The getting started section kind of shows you either redeemable stuff that you can get, like getting free Discord Nitro and stuff. Some of them show you how to use remote play, a PS remote play that's supported on here as well, Google Stadia. You can use Steam Link on here, stuff like that is all on here. This shows you some tips and tricks on how to be able to do different things on the app on here. and then kind of showing just more games between different categories and stuff, and see other people's clips and trending highlights that people have made as well, which I think is really cool, and live streams that people are sharing, and all the games that you can play on the different services, as you can see here. Now, what's also really cool about this, obviously this app is free to use, it's free to download, all the stuff I just talked about is free, but then we get into some of the unique features that kind of make this feel like it's almost like an Xbox Live type of service on the platform here. So, for example, you can see you have the top bar over here that I'm scrolling through on the top. So if we click on the first tab here, this is kind of like your main interface here. You got your profile here, you can see my name sitting up there. You can go ahead and edit your profile, edit your username and stuff like that. You can see your gaming techie sitting up there, what I've recently played and stuff like that. Here you can go ahead and add some friends. Here you actually can have some recordings if you recorded a video, which you can do by just pressing this screenshot button here while in a game to either take a screenshot or record yourself. You can make highlights from those recordings that you make, which is really cool, and then again take screenshots. So you can see I took a screenshot before. When you take a screenshot or a video or anything like that, you can share it right to your social media. So you can see Instagram stories, Snapchat messages, Messenger, all that kind of stuff is already there and ready to go. Going back on here, you can see you can go to the settings tab, and it has all your account information on here, so you can go ahead and do that. You can connect your Twitch, so you can stream right to Twitch on here. The controller function and some capture abilities. You can see it does 1080p at 60. You can do smart record, where it records the last 15 seconds of what you did as opposed to recording everything, so I really like that. Here we have messages, so you can actually message each other or friends that you have on your list back and forth, which is really nice. There's a Twitch to stream right to Twitch when you have it connected. These are open rooms. Think about these like chat rooms and open lobbies, so you can kind of just join them for different games that people have running. Talk with people on voice chat or text chat and all that kind of stuff. Open your own room. You can start a party with your friends and have a voice chat, which is really nice. You can invite friends on here, all that kind of stuff. All that kind of makes games social. So like I said, it feels like an Xbox Live service, but most of these features are not free. You're going to have to obviously pay for the Backbone Plus service, which as of right now, I'm on the free trial for just getting the controller that you got for a while, but after that, it's $39 a year. So definitely, not a cheap investment. It is per year. But I think if you're playing with a controller like this and you have a lot of friends that you're doing this with, and you want to be able to record screenshots and videos, share them to different places, share them on here so people can see your highlights, it may be a worthy investment, especially if you have a lot of friends playing on here, so you can go ahead and group chat and stuff, and it's all integrated right into one app where everything is universally found, which I really like, because then all your games are in one place, all your friends are in one place, so you can kind of just talk to everyone, which is really cool. Here you can just search for anything on top. Over here you have your notifications, of course. So if you get notifications or something, they'll be right there. And again, this will be the chat tab again, that you can go ahead and open up the chat right there. And then sometimes you get rewards and stuff, which is cool. This button on the bottom will open up the same settings tab that I showed you before, if you ever want to open that up in game. This will do screenshots and videos, video recording like I showed you in the game. So that will work there. So that is a kind of like a little tutorial of what you can expect there on the app. And then right there has your friends. If you had friends online, how many of those friends are online will kind of show right there on the top right corner, which is really cool. So like I said, an all-in-one app to kind of go to everything, which is why I really like it. But of course, we're here to talk about the controller itself. So let's go ahead and open up Call of Duty Mobile, and let's kind of show you how this controller really reacts and plays. So as soon as you launch the game there, it goes right from the app and brings you right into the game, just like you saw there. So you can see we're here at the Call of Duty menu here. I'm just going to go ahead and hit multiplayer and get us into a game real quick. So here we are with a Call of Duty match here. Now, of course, I'm playing behind a camera angle here, so I'm not going to be doing very well, but I will walk you guys through how nice this feels to be able to play a game like this with a controller, as you guys are seeing here. Playing a Nuketown here, as we all know and love. Damn, I got wrecked there. But yeah, the controls feel really nice. That was just terrible aiming, because again, I'm looking behind the camera. And it's hard not to move around in this game on your hand. But the control feels fantastic. It's so much fun playing a game like this, to be able to actually have a controller in your hands makes it feel like you're playing a full like proper game here. And that goes for any of the games that you play on here. Playing Rocket League Sideswipe makes it feel like I'm so much better at the game with a controller, which is obvious. But it just makes all games feel that much better. Playing Diablo with this controller is obviously great. Of course, if games don't support controllers, this game's not going to make it work. Like Mario Kart, for example, is obviously not supported. First of all, I don't even think it goes in landscape mode anyway. But even if it did, the game has to support controller before it will actually work. But yeah, this game obviously plays great, as you guys can see here with the controller. You have you can use this analog stick on the top to run fast. You can see it right there on the screen. Reload with X. Pull into X to reload. I don't know what that was. But yeah, it plays great. So yeah, guys, that's an overview of playing Call of Duty, and just to show you guys how well the controller actually works. I'm really, really happy with the controller. As it's kind of everything I wish the Razer Kishi was when I first bought it. This lets me have an app that actually concentrates everything in it. It has all the games that I play on here. It gives me recommendations on what's popular on here, what can be played on here. One place for all of my friends and being able to message people. Everything is kind of all in one app, and that's exactly what I wanted it to be. And more importantly, it actually works with Call of Duty and other games, and every game out there that supports controllers, which we couldn't say the same thing about the Razer Kishi. So this is definitely my de facto controller for everything on the iPhone going forward. And what's even better about this controller, if you go into the settings application here, and you look at controller, you can see it says play on any screen right here. So if I were to click on play any screen, when I have it, the only thing that's weird is you have to connect it to your iPhone first, like I have it right now. You come into these options because unfortunately there's no iPad app or Mac application for Backbone. So you have to connect your phone like this, go into the settings, click on here, and then change it to whatever you're about to use it for. So if you're going to use it on an iPad, you can use it on Google Chrome, you can use it on a PC, you can use it on Android, on a Mac, whatever it may be. You just select it here, and then you basically just take this out, pull it out, take your phone out. And then there is a bottom port on here we haven't talked about yet, which is a lightning port. You connect your lightning cable to this, and then the other end, whatever it needs to be, obviously USB-C if you have an iPad, and then it functions just like a regular controller in your hand where you can use it on your iPad. So you can use that on your Mac as well. So if you're playing Apple Arcade games, they're all kind of ready to go. So this is the controller that I can kind of use for everything, because I can use it for my Mac, my iPad, and my phone anywhere I go. And I did try it on the iPad, and it works fantastic and really, really well. And I'm glad to have this all on here. And not only are all the games on this app, but it also introduces like having Xbox Game Pass ready to go, the PlayStation PS Play. You can stream your Xbox games to it, your PC games with Steam Link. Everything is kind of all here and ready to go, and you can converse with your friends as you're playing them. So the only negative factor of this whole entire thing, and I don't really think it's a negative because I think they're doing a really good job with all of the extra features in this app that kind of make it like an Xbox Live service, like I talked about before, is the fact that it's not free. The app is free to download, and you'll get the basic features of seeing all your games and seeing what's recommended and stuff. But for all the social features, it is going to cost $40 a year to be able to use it. And you're probably going to get the most out of it if you actually have other friends using this controller and this service. But if you do, and if you love being able to play with your iPhone and your iPad and stuff and your Mac anywhere you go, this is my favorite controller I've ever used. The app is great. The controller is fantastic. It feels great in the hands, and this is going to be a fantastic way to play gaming on the go on iOS devices. So guys, if you guys have any questions about what you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.